Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you all doing? Welcome to Oral Communication in Context. Hello to all our live participants. Allow me to take some time to greet you. Hold on. Hello there to my co-host. Hello, Lucky, and hello. And Lenny, hello there. Hi, Joy Ann. Hello, Christine Clarice. Hello, Mark Justin. Good afternoon, Nash. Hello there, Glenn Joseph. Good afternoon, John Cloyd. Hello, dear Lorene Jean. Hi, John Paul. Good afternoon, Kian. Hello, Rainiel. Good afternoon, Shem. Hi, Marcelo. Hello, Jenny Lynn. Hello there, JR, Rachel. Hello. Earl John. Hi, Angie. Hello there. Ina. Hi, Alame. Ina. Hello. Kim Gabriel. Hello. Welcome to all of you. Hi, Karen. Christy. Hello. Radre. That's your first name. Radre Ugalde. Christy De Villar. Hello, Hadassah Faith, Irene, Roel. Hello, Irene and Roel and Christelle and Armelin and Trisha and Princess, Russell. Where am I? Russell, Mary Joyce, Kimberly, Regine Ann, Giselle, Arvin James, Andre Jude, Hannah May. Hello, Seth. Hi there, Rowenelyn, Sheen, Erica, Jeanette Piona, Joanne. Hello, Chelami. Hello, Cesarel Warren. Hello, Angel. Good afternoon, Jamila, Apple, Nicole, Darwin, Kyla, Jonabel, Natalie, Asline. I saw you change your strand now. That's great. Hello, Aris May, Elaine, John Mark, Lidge May, David, Chrisella, Mary Joyce, Sean, Nicole, Gomercindo, Risbene, Honeywine. Hello to all of you. Wonderful to have you all here. Riley Scott, hello there. Hi, dear. Hi, Naomi. Hello, Miriam. Alexander, and there's someone with no name. Oh, he's gone. Hello there, Bea Nizel. Hello, Raymart. Hello, Raynan. Hello there, John Christopher, Joshua, Christine, Rochelle, Sheen, Erica, Shane Lynn. Just would like to check. All right. I saw someone not following the name format, so I put him in the waiting list. So please, to my co-hosts, kindly help. Thank you very much. All right, so hello everyone. If I missed the latecomers, I wasn't able to greet. Hello and welcome. I greeted the names according to the list in my participants list. How are you all doing today? Wonderful to have you all here with me today. Can you hear me clearly? I just want to check. Please message the students in the waiting room. Please tell them to rename themselves. Thank you. Thank you to all responses. Hi, Christine. Hello there, dear. Are you ready for tomorrow? Hi, Rowena. Hello. Good afternoon, Rowena and Angie. Wonderful to have you all here. Thank you, Dash. You're my teacher's choice for best in costume. I remember. Jericho, hello there. All right, so today's topic is again all about functions of communication. Topics under this unit are the following. Social interaction, regulation or control, motivation, information, and emotional expression. So this will be our agenda for today. I sent a message to all of you. There will be a special live class later at 6 o'clock. What time? 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Right? Thank you. So please be there. We missed a lot of classes, so please be there. Again, it's optional, but I suggest that you join our classes. All right, so let's begin with an icebreaker game. Are you ready? Are you ready? Again, I will add the points to your performance task, okay? Every time you attend live classes, that's plus points to your performance task, all right? So I decided to give vocabulary builder games to enhance your vocabulary skills. Also, I started doing this with grade 12 last meeting. Ready? Just want to see someone saying ready. Say ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
I am ready. All right.
Ready.
All right, Lenny, please just ask him what's his name. Maybe he's a new student. Please ask them what's his name. Okay, thank you. All right. So make sure you have the following, okay? So that you're focused on me. Me, can you focus on me? Just focus on me. Baby, can you focus? All right, so please have all your notebook, laptop, note-taking gadget ready, glass of water, coffee, tea, light snacks are allowed. Okay, first, these are the categories. So every week I will be giving you a vocabulary building game to enhance your English vocabulary skills. First, the easy round. The first 2 to 3 participants or correct answers will get plus points. Okay, let's make it 3, okay? First 3 in the chat box. Thank you very much. Please just type in the chat box. It's easier to review, okay, if it's in the chat box. And please answer in public. Thank you. First, true or false? Tether is a verb that means connect or keep things tied together. Wow. All right, so we got Lucky, Natalie, and Christine. Congratulations. The answer is, of course, true. So tether is a verb that means connect or keep things together. For example, this loft or this home is what tethers us together. Next, grandiose is defined as impressive because of uncommon largeness, scope, effect, or splendor. True or false? Hold on. Apologies. Again. Apologies. Start again. Okay, first 5. I need to. Okay, so Lenny, Raynan, Lorene Jean, Hadassah Faith, and Lucky. Okay, I'll include the first 10 for consideration. All right. So Lenny, Raynan, Lorene Jean, Hadassah Faith, Angelo, Natalie, Christine, Sean, Jonabel, Giselle. Tama ba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I hope I got it right. I will review this. Answer is true. So grandiose is defined as impressive because of uncommon largeness, scope, effect, or splendor. Guys, if you want to turn on your videos, please do so. But if not, it's all right. But, you know, it would be great to have some people that I see there. Beautiful faces. Thank you for showing your beautiful faces. Thank you. When you're beautiful, be proud of that. Be proud of your beauty. Beauty can apply to both male and female, all right? Not just, you can be a beautiful man. Okay, so the mayor had grandiose plans for the city. Next. Squalor means the state of being beautiful and bright. Yes or no? Yes or no, huh? Yes or no? So the answer is no. Thank you. Thank you, Lucky. That was great. You're one step ahead of me. Thank you. So thank you, Sean, Lenny, and John Mark. Congratulations. So you can use that as a synonym for the state of being extremely dirty and unpleasant, especially as a result of poverty or neglect. They lived in squalor and disease, like the people in the squatters area. Next, rendezvous means a delicious meal befitting for royalty. True or false? All right, congratulations, Lenny, Haname, and Lucky. Amazing. You're correct also, Christine and Kyla. I'm getting the first 3, but I'll still give considerations. Don't you worry. I'm always reviewing the replay. So rendezvous means a meeting at an appointed or particular time and place. He was late for their rendezvous. It's actually a French word. Hold on. Wow, we have 82 participants today. That's amazing! Okay, thank you for being here, guys. Can you say this? Can we say this together? Rendezvous. Rendezvous. Say that. Can we say that together, please? Say it on your own or all together. Oh, no, let's unmute ourselves and let's say this together. Rendezvous.
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 Yes, rendezvous.
Run, boo.
Silent S. So when you're gonna meet someone, we're gonna if you have friends and you're meeting your friends, you say, "Oh, I'm gonna be late for our rendezvous." Okay, so you can use that when you're meeting.
I'm gonna late for rambutan.
So you can use that when
I'm gonna wait for my rendezvous.
when you're meeting. So when you have a date, for example, you can it's really fancy word. All right, next. Oh, Christine, raise your hand. Is that you wanna say something?
Nothing, ma'am. Napindot lang po.
Okay. I thought you want to pronounce it for everyone to hear. Oh, all right. Can you read? Can you read this, Christine? Since we're at it, you're at it. Please read this.
Rendezvous means a meeting at an appointed or particular time and place.
Example.
Example, he was late for their rendezvous.
Yes. Amazing. It's so good to say, right? Okay, next round, average round. Be ready, guys, huh? You ready? Are you ready? You should be ready. Always ready dapat. A teetotaler, some pronunciation, some dictionary will pronounce it as teetotaler, and some will say teetotaler. So, let's do teetotaler. A teetotaler is a person who A, never drinks alcohol, B, always drinks alcohol, C, always loves to party, and D, super tall. All right, so congratulations. John Cloyd again. No. John Cloyd, Jeanette Piona, and David. I am a teetotaler. So right now, I haven't drank alcohol for like more than a year, I think, already. So a teetotaler is a person who never drinks alcohol. It's a person who abstains totally from intoxicating drinks. Sino dito ang teetotaler? O lahat ba kayo umiinom? Ako ba? So Lorene Jean, I don't believe in Lucky. Lorene Jean, I believe in you. I don't. Sean Claude. So I'll change the question. Sino dito ang opposite of teetotaler? Meron ba nga amin dyan? So, okay. Talaga, hindi kayo umiinom. Sige, I'll believe you. I'll trust you on this. Auto pass si John Clay. Kyla's very honest, though. When I was your age, I was drinking also. So, I'm just right now, I stopped. Because, there's no use in drinking alcohol. Especially when you're naturally drunk. I'm naturally drunk all the time. I don't need alcohol. You just need alcohol. Why do you drink alcohol? Okay, let's divert for a bit from this topic. Why do you drink alcohol? Some people will drink, just type in the chat box so that I know. Some people would drink because they want to release their shyness, or they want to be able to talk more. They want to be able to connect with their friends better, right? Oh, for fun, pag may problem, to get tipsy, makatulog, depression, enjoyment, to celebrate when you're broken, minsan may occasion, yeah, social drinker, right? Pang wala ng stress minsan, broken hearted. Sanitizer, ma'am, masarap. Okay. Naglalabas ng sama ng loob. Wala namang reason mo pag may nag-aayala. Okay. O, edi, umamin ka na rin. Nahuli. Okay, so, see, pag hindi umaamin yung isang tao, ibahin mo yung tanong. Ganun yun eh. It's a investigation technique. Okay, I'm teaching you guys negotiation and investigation technique. Anyway, so that's another topic. That's for another day. Soju with Yakult, you better try that. Soju, buti pa ako, di nainom, sabi ni Kian. Wow! Sige. Sige lang. Supportahan ko kayo sa mga responses niyo. Okay, so, it's good you're maybe in the stage, but you'll find out one day that when you're, I'm not gonna say old, I don't want to say I'm old, but when you're there in that state, you'll find out that there's so many other things that can replace alcohol. Like when you're depressed, you can exercise. When you want to sleep, you can listen to meditation music. Or when you're sad or you have problems, talk to a friend. Talk to someone who inspires you. Anyway, that's for another day. Next. Okay, so I'll be presenting a video and then I will ask a question after that. So I will be stopping this video after around 5 minutes, 5 to 10. So please listen carefully. My question will come from this video. Oops. Hold on. Ayan na naman tayo. Hold on. Hold on lang.
Ball is Janice. Ball is Janice.
Of all the 6 principal Friends characters, Chandler Bing is, in most people's opinions, the funniest.
Being funny is Chandler's thing.
Chandler has so many genius moments that will never be forgotten.
All right. Chandler entered a Vanilla Ice lookalike contest and won. Ross came in 4th and cried.
He's king of the one-liner.
You got a man who's a nanny? You got a Manny?
And half of the hilarious Joey Chandler duo, he is often cited as one of TV's most lovably sarcastic characters of all time.
Hello. I'm doing research for a book, and I was wondering what somebody might do if they left the baby on a city bus. Yes, I do realize that'd be a very stupid character.
As many English learners have difficulty understanding jokes in English and being humorous, we thought that there is no one better to teach you how to be funny than Chandler. In this video, we will show you 4 different types of humor, breaking down different jokes and explaining how you can use them in English. They are observational humor, sarcasm, making fun of oneself, and pop culture references. Let's start with what is probably the simplest, observational humor. You surely use this in your native language, and you can definitely use it to be funny in English too. Observational humor is exactly what it sounds like. You make a joke based on noticing something and commenting on it. For example, if you are at a bar and you saw someone with bright, strange colored hair, you could observe to a friend, "Check out his hair, I need sunglasses to look at it." Let's look at some examples from Chandler.
I'm sorry, we don't have your sheep.
Unfortunately, some of these one-liners, that is, a joke that doesn't require a lot of explanation, are hard to get, even for very advanced speakers, because they require some cultural information. In this case, Chandler has observed that she looks like Little Bo Peep, which is a character from a famous children nursery rhyme. A nursery rhyme is a song we sing to babies. The nursery rhyme is about how a woman, Little Bo Peep, lost her sheep and is looking for them. So the joke is that because of how Rachel looks, she must be looking for her sheep, and Chandler jokes that they don't have them there.
Hold on. There's something different.
I went to that tanning place your wife suggested.
Was that place the Sun?
Here, Chandler and Monica obviously saw that Ross's skin looks very dark. A tan is what we call the light brown color that a person gets on their skin after being exposed to the sun's rays. We use this as a noun. Example, I got a tan on my vacation. Or as a verb, my skin tans easily. Ross got a spray-on tan, which is a fake tan applied with a type of paint. However, as he's so dark, Chandler observes that he must have gone directly to the sun to get that intense of a tan. Okay, so every single week we help learners like you understand fast-speaking natives without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. Take Hoon, for example, who says that we're helping her to understand American English. If you want to understand better too, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button and the bell down below so you don't miss a single one of our new lessons. More than anything else, Chandler is known for being sarcastic.
It just gets worse and worse and worse to the point where we can't even be in the same room with each other.
I'm not great at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? Some cheese.
Do you know what sarcasm is? Sarcasm is using irony to create humor. In other words, it's saying something that seems like an insincere manner. When we are sarcastic, we usually use a very specific tone, at least in American English. To give you an example, listen to the same phrase said two different ways. That's such a great idea. That's such a great idea. Did you catch the difference? The first one I was saying it with a sincere tone, and in the second one I was using a sarcastic tone. I'll repeat that again. Listen carefully. That's such a great idea. That's such a great idea. Now, pay attention to the sarcastic tone Chandler uses at the end of this clip.
Oh, and look, there is still one box that I have to unpack. Oh my God, you almost gave me a heart attack. Oh.
Joey says, gotcha. We say this to show that we have successfully played a joke on someone or tricked them. Chandler responds sarcastically that the surprise almost gave him a heart attack, to jokingly point out that the trick was not very good. He was not surprised. Now, listen to me say that sincerely and then Chandler say it sarcastically. You'll then have a few seconds to imitate Chandler's sarcastic tone. Oh my God, you almost gave me a heart attack.
Oh my God, you almost gave me a heart attack. Oh.
Now, let's look at some other examples of sarcasm from Chandler.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We'll flip for it. Ducks or clowns? Oh, we're gonna flip for the baby? You got a better idea? All right, call it in here.
Wow. I haven't even asked the question yet. There's an answer already. Amazing. So what is the meaning of sarcasm? Congratulations, Natalie Prado of TVLHE. So the use of irony to mock or convey contempt. Christelle and Irene are also correct. Thank you. So sabi ni si Tupas daw malakas uminom. Lagi nyo minimension si Tupas, no? Honey Wine says, hoy, bait-bait ka. Armelin, inom tayo, ma. Okay, basta libre mo. Chandler Bing, yes. Kalahati. Okay. So, I was just reading the chat box. So, yes. Sarcasm is using irony to create humor or to mock. In other words, it is saying something that seems like it could be sincere or true in an insincere manner. Okay, madami pang mga correct. However, I'm just getting the first three, all right? So you're correct, John Cloyd, Naomi, Joy-Ann, Armelin, and hold on. Joy-Ann and Jeanette Piona. All Tagalog. Ang hirap naman ng all Tagalog. Oh my God, ang bilis. John Cloyd. I haven't even asked the question yet. So John Cloyd, correct. Lorene Jean. And Riley Scott Howell. What a beautiful name, Riley Scott Howell. That's very unique. So Lenny, Rico, Giselle, Aselin, JR, Elaine are also correct. Marcelo, Alame, Joanne. But again, Wenelin, Russell, Mark, Justin, Naomi, Andre, Jude, Irene, Angie. But again, I will get the first three, all right? But just type in the chat box because I will be reviewing this. So your presence is very much appreciated. And again, you will always reap the fruits of your labor. You will always reap your rewards. Okay, so a tan is what we call the light brown color that a person gets on their skin after getting exposed to the sun's rays. Example, I got a tan on my vacation. Now, the difficult round, round 3. Blank is the representation of another author's language, thoughts, ideas, or expressions as one's own original work. The student has been accused of blank. Very good. Natalie, Shailene, and Nicole. Very, very good. So, Trisha, Joy, Ann, Naomi, Andre, Lenny, Rowan, Lynn, Kyla, Lucky, John, Christopher, Elaine, Riley, Scott, Adasa, wait, Christine, Giselle, Irene, Angie, Joanne, Jeanette, Fiona, Alame, Princess Ara, Marcelo, and Russell also got the correct answers. But again, I will give more plus points, of course, to the first 3. All right, so this is something that I'm really concerned about. It's okay. It's perfectly okay to use another author's language, ideas, or expression, but make sure to cite. Make sure to give credit to them. It's perfectly okay to use their ideas, their work, their words, their text, but make sure to always credit at the end of your academic text. Always make sure to cite the sources, all right? And in that way, you don't commit plagiarism. Yes, you may paraphrase, correct, you may summarize, and then you cite the author, all right? So again, it's perfectly okay, but just please cite. Give credit to what is due. Ibigay kay Caesar ang kay Caesar. Meaning, you give the author what is due them. It's their idea, it's their work, it's their copyright, it's their creation. So please, I mean, if you're the writer and then someone uses your work, what will you feel, right? Without citing you, of course. Yes. So bottom line is cite the author. You can use them, but yeah, if you don't cite, and then that is plagiarism. Next, give 6 words that are synonymous to the word beautiful. So please type in one. Oh, wow. Natalie, you're so fast. Okay. I got 1, so 2 more. Please type in one message. 6 words that are synonymous to the word beautiful. Oh, I love your words, guys. Although, please type in one message, just like how Natalie and Nicole did. So 1 more. Congratulations, Natalie. Pretty, wonderful, amazing, gorgeous, elegant, classy. Those are all correct, Natalie. Very good. So I love all of those other words that you said. Pretty, dazzling, attractive. But please type in one message. Type in one message, just like how Natalie and Nicole. Congratulations, Nicole. Pretty, wonderful, amazing, gorgeous, elegant, class. Is it Hoson or Joson? Can you unmute yourself? I just want to know. Is it Joson? Hoson. Hoson? Yes? Hoson. All right. Just like Gimena is Jimena. Congratulations. So pretty, wonderful, amazing, gorgeous, elegant, classy. And Ina. Okay, congratulations. Wow, aesthetic. That's a new word. Blooming, awesome, sophisticated, amazing, elegant. Okay, so Ina Alamay said, pretty, wonderful, amazing, gorgeous, elegant, classy. Okay, so congratulations. I'm reading all your responses. Great, great, great job, guys. Alluring, prepossessor, good looking, attractive, pretty, lovely, gorgeous, charming, blooming, pretty, elegant, adorable, amiable, gorgeous, elegant. Okay, so now, all of these words, say that to yourself. It's a simple exercise. Please do it on your own. So I am pretty, I am good looking, I'm charming, I'm gorgeous, I'm lovely, I'm attractive, and really feel it, really feel it. Really feel the feeling of being wonderful, amazing, gorgeous, pretty, amazing, adorable, classy, wonderful, elegant, attractive, good looking, nice looking, charming, blooming, wonderful, elegant. I'm reading all of your responses. All right, so next. Oh, we have a next. Oh, that's it. All right, so congratulations to all the winners. Now, so the first and most important function of communication is social interaction. I think social interaction and motivation, those two are the most important for me. So as human beings, we are social creatures. We naturally crave for social interaction. We love connecting with others socially, and it is a necessity for us, or else we will go crazy if we don't. Social connection, social interaction is a happiness habit that we must do in order to be happy. And communication happens each and every time we interact. May it be face-to-face or like this, online classes. We're communicating, we're doing social interaction right now. Class recitations, interviews, chats, text messaging, casual or group conversations, and Facebook Messenger, that's social interaction, that's communication. DM, direct message. What else do we use? Viber, WhatsApp. So the essential question is, how can we effectively communicate, or how can effective communication help us in interacting socially? So again, we already discussed this. We touched this last time, 2 meetings ago, when I discussed all about effective communication skills. Now, I need 2 volunteers to read this dialogue showing interaction between 2 friends. All right, Christine, 1 more. Please type in the chat box, Christine, and okay, someone raised. Hold on, it's hard for me to check the raising of hand. Okay, there, I saw it. Naomi and Christine. Okay, so who will be Sandra and who will be Laura? So Christine will be Sandra, Naomi will be Laura. Please read.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Sandra. How are you?
I'm good. Are you free on the 17th of June? I'm having a movie night and a tumbler party at the house on that date. And I'd really like if you come.
I'd love to come. I'll just ask my parents for permission. Then I'll let you know.
Thank you. Okay, thanks. Wala.
Thanks as well. I'm looking forward to going.
Thank you. That's amazing with emotions, with expression. Apologies when if it's not so clear. So yes, thank you. Thank you for reading. Thank you for doing that dialogue for us. So that's a dialogue of an example of social interaction. Question: why did Sandra speak to Laura? What is the purpose? Very simple. What is the purpose? Why did Sandra speak to Laura? What was her purpose? What was her intention or mission? To invite Princess Nicole says to invite her Princess to invite Seth, invitation, Nicole to invite, Natalie to invite, Elaine to invite her. Yes, Irene. So Princess, Seth, Nicole, Natalie, Elaine, Irene, Russell, Joanne, Llewellyn, Jonathan, John Christopher, David, Rochelle. Joanne, very complete answer. Amazing. To invite Sandra to her slumber party. Christine says invite. JR, invite. Yes, so correct. It is clear from their conversation that Sandra spoke to Laura to invite her to a slumber party. And the purpose of the communication is an invitation, and it is a form of social interaction. So this is why this subject is really important, because it encompasses everything there is about communication. And so, yes, I hope you take this subject seriously. When I was in high school, we had no subject like this. It was just an elective in college, I remember, in Ateneo, and I wasn't able to take it because so many people are taking it. It's called effective communication, like the art of effective communication. It was an elective, and I wasn't able to take that subject, but I really, really want to. So we didn't have a subject like this. So you're so actually very lucky, guys. Very, very lucky that, you know, I think so. Senior high school has its pros and cons, but I believe in the pros of senior high school. Anyway, so it is through communication that social interaction takes place. Who wants to read this? So we are faced with many kinds of speech situations every day. So anyone? Anyone? Is there anyone? I need someone. Please just type ME. Anyone who wants to read? Anyone? Anyone? Volunteer? Lorraine Jean. Perfect. Please read.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello there.
Social interaction. An exchange takes place between two or more individuals for social fulfillment. Among the situations that involve social interaction include introducing oneself, making social calls, and inviting someone or accepting invitations. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I took a screenshot. All right. So whether you are having a casual conversation, thank you very much, Doreen. Very good pronunciation, you guys. So thank you also earlier to Christine and Naomi, right? Did I have that right? Yeah. I'm trying to memorize your names. It's still challenging for me, but please, to those who are not yet participating, please do volunteer, ha? We have a few live classes left. Please make yourself known. It's the only way to really excel in life. You know, rise above your being shy. So I really appreciate all those people volunteering and participating. Thank you very much. Okay, so whether you are having a casual conversation with a friend or with a stranger, or even visiting a doctor or having consultation with your teacher, which is me or other teachers, these are all forms of communication for the purpose of social interaction. So an exchange takes place between two or more individuals for social fulfillment. And these are all forms of communication that you do in your everyday life. All right, so earlier it was an example of inviting and accepting invitation. So now, regulation or control is another function of communication. The essential question is, how does exerting control affect the flow of conversation? So who volunteered earlier? Let me check. Ang ganda naman ng view ng screen ni Serato. Oo nga eh, sa beach. Sino nag-volunteer ka? Lucky! Lucky, please. So, hold on. So, Lauren, Jean, Lucky, and then next will be John Christopher. Okay, Lucky, please read.
Communication is used to regulate or control the pace and flow of conversation or the speaking of a participant so that interruptions and awkward silence between speakers are avoided. Both verbal and non-verbal cues are used to help achieve this purpose.
Thank you very much, Lucky. Very good. So, yes. So there are verbal and non-verbal cues. We discussed that last time, that you can use to achieve your purpose in regulation or control. So what do you mean by this? So I'll read this first, all right? I'll discuss this first. And then next would be John Christopher. Is that what I said? I think that's what I said. John Christopher, yes. So, what did I say? Okay, so some verbal cues used for this purpose include the following. That's it. Thank you. So those words signal that a speaker is done speaking. Right? So, yeah, go on. Those are verbal cues for a speaker to continue speaking. When you're talking to someone, right? Well, and moving on, for example, indicate a speaker is not finished speaking. So, or when you want to think about something that you want to say, you say, well, moving on. In addition, right? Also, here, is that clear? Do you follow? Do you understand? So these phrases check the continuous flow of conversation and may also be used to assert authority over someone when telling him or when telling him or her to do something. Like, do you follow my instructions? So those are communication verbal cues that you can use for regulation and control, to regulate or control the flow of conversation or social interaction. Okay, so these are just simple verbal and non-verbal cues. So now the meanings of non-verbal cues may vary depending on culture. Iba-iba, depende sa culture. So non-verbal cues used for the purpose of regulation and control include the following. Generally, eye contact. So in casual conversations, when a speaker looks at the listener, the speaker is signaling that he or she is requesting a feedback, or maybe he wants the listener to focus on him, or maybe to take the floor. But when a speaker looks away or avoids eye contact from a listener, it means he's suppressing the listener's attempt to take the floor, right? So these are cues that, this is very simple that we all know already, but you know, we need to be reminded of these. Raising the index finger, what does that mean? It signals that the speaker is not finished speaking. So in some culture, you know, I'm not finished speaking. You just say this, or that the list, or when you raise your hand, for example, that means you want to say something. Or when you leaning back signals that the speaker is done talking, and you know, I'm yielding the floor back to you. You can now talk. So those are nonverbal cues that are used for regulation or control. Okay, next is my favorite. That I sent you a video. I hope you watched it. Who watched the video already? The motivation. The last time I showed it to you, but it was cut. So the essential question is, how can motivation affect the person's outlook? So, you know, words are extremely powerful. Words are powerful. Whatever you say, you can never take it back. And whatever you say will mirror back to you. Always remember that. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So words are powerful. Do not, I'm very aware. I made it a point. I was very conscious. I decided to be very conscious of the fact that only positive words will come from my mouth. Okay, because you know, words are really powerful. So words can encourage a person to empower himself or herself in reaching for success, or empower others. And they can also destroy one's confidence. So from this, it is clear that one of the greatest functions of communication is motivation, to motivate someone. So I hope you watch this. Yes, so some people replied, yes, you watched. I don't think I will play it again today because we have limited amount of time. Just please watch it. I sent it on Quippa. So it's a really, really good motivational video. It's Jay Shetty is one of my favorite inspirational motivational speakers of all time. So he was a monk actually, and it's very interesting. His story is really, really interesting. And then so last time I showed this video, so he said some of the things that are really useful are, he asked, what is your crazy dream? And a dream without a plan is just a wish. You can't be what you can't see. Okay, so go ahead and type in the chat box again. How do you see yourself 5 years from now? Please go ahead and type in the chat box again. I apologize last time. I think I asked that question, but we lacked time. So go ahead and think about, what's your dream? How do you see yourself 5 or 10 years from now, maybe 5 or 10 years from now? You know, go ahead and just type in the chat box, and then later on, I will be reading your responses. All right, I'll be reading your responses later. So, last time we shared our key takeaways from the video, right? So, you know, what particularly struck you or inspired you, or any specific insight that you got from the video? What do you remember about the video? Also, do type in the chat box again for the benefit of those who are here now and who wasn't there last time. So he also emphasized education over entertainment. Also, don't let anyone rush you with their timelines. He said that getting a degree after 25 is still an achievement. Some start a family at age 20, some at age 35. Morgan Freeman, the great actor. I loved Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption. Please watch that movie. It's my favorite movie, and also my son's favorite movie, Shawshank Redemption. Please watch that movie, Shawshank Redemption. So please just go on and type in the chat box, and then I will read your responses later. Wonderful responses you have. Wonderful. So please do watch that movie, Han, The Shawshank Redemption. It will help you, watching movies will help your English oral communication skills. So please, 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 it's a really, really good movie. So Morgan Freeman got his big break at age 52. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, was 32 years old when she finally published Harry Potter after being rejected not once, not twice, not thrice, but 12 times. 12 publishers rejected. Yes, Naomi. Yes, Lorraine Jean. You remember, guys. So everything happens at their own pace. So be patient. You'll get there in God's divine timing. You'll get there. Also, he mentioned, what am I good at? What do I love? What does the world need? And how do I get paid for it? Those 4 questions are the key to your success and to living a life of success and service to others. And when you live a life of success, of service, when you live a life of passion and service, surely success follows. And that's also mentioned by Oprah. Later on, I will show you another video. So those 4 would help you unlock your passion. What am I good at? What do I love? What does the world need? And how do I get paid for it? So those 4, all right? So always ask yourself, what am I good at? What do I love? What does the world need? And how do I get paid for it? And when you know the answer, the intersection of those 4, surely you'll succeed in life. And find your fulfillment, meaning, and purpose in life. So your passion is for you. Your purpose is for others. And you have to know the intersection of that. Okay, so your passion makes you happy. But when you use your passion to make a difference in someone else's life, then that's service, and that's your purpose. Very beautifully said by Jay Shetty. Also, being financially successful or abundant is a byproduct of genuinely doing something that you love. So what is it that you love? What is it that you are passionate about, that you can be paid for? What is it that has meaning for others and service to others, and also has meaning and purpose for you? So, where do you want to be 5 years from now or 10 years from now? Just type in the chat box. Just go on and type in the chat box and share to the class. And lastly, be patient and you will eventually achieve your dreams. 1 year, time flies by so fast. So before you know, it's 5 years from now and you're there. And I'm here for you. And I'm very happy that I am a big part of your journey, that I am your teacher during this pandemic. It's just amazing to know how, okay, I'm getting emotional. It's just amazing to know how many students are actually continuing their studies and how much, you're here, we connect with each other, and how we inspire each other. You learn from me, and I also learn from you guys, and it's just amazing. It's just perfectly amazing. All right, so before I move on with the next video, so this next video is Oprah Winfrey. It's one of the best motivational speeches ever. And I want you to listen very well to this, but hold on. I will read the chat box. So I see myself 5 years from now became. 5 years from now, I see myself becoming, okay, I'm just correcting. Lenny says, becoming a licensed psychometrician and take NMAT for med school. Wow, amazing, Lenny. I support you. I believe in you. Yes, go. Armelin, title. What do you mean? Title ng? Oh, title ng video. Movie. Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption. Please watch that. It's really amazing. It's my son's favorite and it's really, 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 really a good movie. Please watch that. It's not my usual favorite. I love romantic comedies. I love rom-coms. But this one is not. Shawshank Redemption is more of like rising above society, believing in yourself and achieving your dreams and just doing what is right. And when you do what is right, you'll get redemption. The right thing will follow you. You'll eventually get there. Just do what is right for you. And yeah, so I won't be telling you the movie. I won't be discussing it, but please watch the movie. All right, so 5 years from now, successful song Reem. Jericho, Reem?
Di po, ma'am. Songwriter pa rin, ma'am.
Writer. Wow! You're a composer. Wow. Amazing. So, hold on. Hold on lang. Hold on. Great responses, you guys. Keep them coming. I don't see other people's responses yet. So Jericho says, successful songwriter, Rowenelin, a successful woman, singular, okay? Please read with me so that we correct each other. Yes, I believe in you. Giselle, I see myself 5 years from now I see myself 5 years from now becoming a successful accountant. Okay? Correct. Yeah, you corrected yourself. Thank you. Giselle, perfect. You're in the ABM strat. Just perfect. Seth, 5 years from now, I'm still at college, possibly of US. Wow! Amazing! That's such a great dream. US or Canada. Be open to other places as well. But yes, US. Wow, great. That's really good. What course would you like to take? Please do share. Seth, Gabrielle, Manalo, amazing. I see myself 5 years from now as an accountant, okay? An accountant. Irene Palaban, perfect. So your ABM strand. Seth, accounting also. Wow, there's so many accountants here. I salute you guys, you know. Seth, Irene, Giselle, because I'm not good in accounting. It's one of my weaknesses. So, great. Glad. I'm happy for you guys. Irene Palaban, I see myself 5 years from now as an accountant. Riley Scott, 10 years from now, I see myself as a good psychiatrist, a husband. Amazing. This is very good if it's like definite, like you have this specific dream. The more specific you get and it's realistic, the more the universe will conspire to give that to you. So 10 years from now, I see myself as a good psychiatrist. You said 10 years, which is good. That's a good time frame. You're about 30, early 30s, I'm assuming, or 30. How old are you guys? No, I take back my question. Because, you know, other people here are 20s, others are 30s, others are still, I think, 20s. Anyway, so 10 years from now, I see myself as a good psychiatrist, a husband with a beautiful teacher wife. Wow, you want a teacher wife. You really want a specific with 4 children, with 4, okay? Remove the with 4 children and more success will come. Yes, amazing, Riley Scott. So just a quick tip, huh? If you say that you want to teach your wife, you're limiting your, you know, the women that you will attract. So maybe be more open with other professions. I'm just suggesting. But again, if you really want a teacher, then go for it. Beautiful teacher wife with 4 children, more success will come. Hadassah Faith, a success from my career, traveling, having fun, bonding with my family, inspiring people by the word of God. Oh, amazing. That's really good. Healed from things I'm still struggling today. I apostrophe N. Please read the chat box with me so you know the corrections, okay? Traveling, having fun, bonding with my family, inspiring people by the word of God, healed from things I'm struggling. So what are you struggling with today? Please share. You can, you know, schedule with me. You can book with me. We can talk via Zoom, or you can message me anytime. I do reply, sometimes late, but I do reply. I pray for you, Hadassah Faith, and your families. Cesarel Warren says, 10 years from now, I see myself training to become a commercial pilot. Yes, amazing, a pilot. That's a really good, really great, not just good, high-paying job. And that entails brilliance also, and mathematics skills also, and some engineering skills, some technical skills. Yes, so that's a big dream, and I support that. Very good, Warren. So now, you know, think about what school do you want to go to? Where do you want to go after this? Just, you know. Okay, Christelle, I'll be probably stressed with my business, but in a good way, stress. Okay, there's a good and bad stress. I agree. I see myself 5 years from now happy and contented with the decision I did 5 years ago. Wow, that's such a great way of putting it. She sent it to me in private. But Christelle, that's really a good way of putting it. Contented with the decision I did 5 years ago. So you already know that you're doing the right decision. Great. Nicole Hawson, I see myself 5 years from now. I'm a flight attendant. Ooh, so we have a pilot and we have a flight attendant. Maybe we can do an airline industry. Hold on. Where am I? Okay, that I'm a successful woman and help other people and also my parents. Wonderful, Nicole. Wonderful, beautiful. Okay, John Cloyd. 5 years from now, I would like to see myself in a computer programming. I'm going to be learning and gaining practical experience until then, but eventually I want to become a professional Mobile Legends player. I know there are a lot of things to learn, but I'm going to be working hard for the next 5 years. Wow. Very well said. You just made an essay. You just made a whole paragraph. So, practical experience, professional Mobile Legends player, that's a good dream. That's it. If that's your ikigai or that's your passion, then go do it. I support you. Just make sure that you learn essential skills to be really great at it, to be the best in what you do. Okay? So I know there are a lot of things, to learn, but I'm going to be working hard for the next 5 years. Very well said. Wonderful. Very great, John Cloyd. Amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, Aselin May, 10 years from now, I see myself as an FA, flight attendant. Yes, Aselin, is that it? Flight attendant, right? Also a lawyer, flight attendant and a lawyer, or is that financial? What is FA? Aselin sent it to me in private. Also a lawyer, helping other people who are unable to defend themselves. That's so nice. I support you in your dreams, guys. So Christine says, so wonderful, Aselin. So to those who are sending your message in private, please send in public, please. It will be better for me if you send your messages in public. We're a class, so let's share thoughts with each other. Christine says, I see myself to be a good teacher or doctor. Wow, that's amazing. So you have 2 years to 1.5 years to decide. So why do you want to be a teacher or a doctor? Maybe because you want to help others, right? You want to. So look, just really think about what is your purpose, and then you'll be able to decide. You know, if you want to be just help people learn more, then do teacher. But if you want to be more in the health industry, then yes, do. So you have time to figure out. Okay, Christine, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Beautiful. So Rachel says, 5 years from now, I'm still working hard in my profession to help my family and also starting to build my own business. Wow. So what kind of business? You're in the HE strand, so maybe you want to do like culinary. That's really great, Rachel. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Andre said, 5 years from now, I want to achieve my dream to become a CSGO or Valorant Pro. What is that? I want to know. Please share. Andre, what is it? I apologize. I'm not well versed with this. Valorant Pro, CSGO. I want to know. You want to unmute yourself? Oh, yes, Andre. Oh, I see myself in the future building project cars with my dad. Ooh.
Ma'am, yung Valorant po at yung CSGO, ano po yan? First person shooter po yan ng laro sa computer.
Oh, wow. Sige. So that's good. It's a computer game, yes? So there are courses now specializing in computer games. Before there were none. During my time, now there's a lot. There's even a course. Now I know there's a course that's like a video game developer or like. So you know, look into those things. Maybe you wanna study in another country. It will give you an edge. You know, apply for scholarships. That's good. Thank you for sharing, Andre Jude. And okay. Andre Jude, maybe less than 5 years from now. Wow, you know your timeline, guys. That's really good. This is really good, you know, and you're getting to know yourselves. Angie says, 5 years from now, I want to see my family reunite and find my older brother. That's my big dream. That's my big dream, okay? Singular. That's my big dream. And that apostrophe S, that is my big dream. So I'm determined to finish school for them. So want to see my family and find my old brother. Find my old brother? Find. What do you mean? Find. You, oh, like you're not with your older brother right now. Did he run away? Or you can share it to me in private if you want, or you can unmute yourself, or you can talk. That's amazing. That's a good dream. Or maybe you can message me later. Or oh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. I see myself every from now becoming a professional chef and volleyball player. Very good. Professional chef and volleyball player. Wow. So HE, very good, very good. You're in the right track. Professional chef and volleyball player. Very, very good. And then Joy Ann said, it's good to know Lauren Jean. Joy Ann, it's also good to have balance between sports and academics. Joy Ann says, 5 years from now, I would like to be a professional chef, and I have my own restaurant, traveling all over the world and see my Korean idols. And I would like to be a dancer, because I have many skills in dancing and I want to be a good influencer someday. Joy Ann, please join our performance team. Please, if you are willing to dance, please perform. Please share your talents. Please message me after this or join our group for Christmas. Okay, so that's great. Lucky is very simple. Very simply put, 5 years from now, I'm a millionaire. And did you see there what he did? I'm a millionaire. So it's like present tense. So that's a good technique also. Like 5 years from now, you're someone. But right now, you feel that vibe already. So I am a lawyer. I am a teacher. I am a doctor. I am a pilot. I am a flight. But then you already feel the vibe now, so that your whole self will get there. It will just match. You know, you'll just attract the same vibration of what you'll attract the vibration of what you want. So, you know, I'm a millionaire. And just really feel it. Just feel the vibration. Okay? Last 3. So Joshua said 5 years from now, I would like to see myself as a professional chef and becoming top 1. Z Main. What's that? Hold on. Earlier, there was a volunteer, John Christopher Empilio. I wasn't able to call. Can you share how you want to be 5 years from now? Please unmute yourself. What do you want to be 5 years from now? How do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi there. How
No
do you
po.
see yourself 5 years from now? Please say out loud.
5 years from now, I want to be myself as a doctor, ma'am.
Wow, amazing. Why?
Gusto ko lang, ma'am.
That's good. You just want it and you just know. Okay, great. Thank you. So good luck with that.
Welcome.
Thank you. So, okay, for the last, so Joshua, Raymart, Angie, please share. Rochelle. Joshua? What do you want to be 5 years from now? Please say it out loud. Joshua. Going once, going twice. Okay, I'll say it. So 5 years from now, I would like to see myself as a professional chef and becoming top 1 ZME. Professional chef, you're in HG Strand. That's amazing, amazing, amazing that you're on the right track. So Raymart, please share.
5 years from now, I see myself as a fully trans woman and of course a business woman already.
Business woman, huh? Woman. So women is plural, woman singular. Okay? That's great. Amazing. So there will be a gender identity webinar, gender equality webinar soon. Please attend November 25. I'm coordinating with Ms. Ron. Ms. Ron will facilitate that webinar. It's a really, really good webinar for all genders. So very good. Thank you for sharing. And congratulations again for winning last acquaintance party. All right, so Angie, please share. Angie.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes, please share. How do you see yourself out loud?
Saan po dun, ma'am? Yung una ko pong ano?
Kahit ano, just say whatever you want to say. 5 years from now.
So, ano po, I want to see myself na ano po, na kompleto po yung pamilya ko kasi po broken fam po kasi ako. Simula po kasi
so yung kasi
broken fam po ako simula bata. Ako na lang po ako na lang po bumubuhay sa sarili ko.
Thank you for sharing. That's really strong of you. That's really brave. You're really brave and strong. Wow. And then you see yourself as a Marine. Wow. Very strong. Such a strong, independent woman. So, you know, all the challenges that we face, we have life lessons, we have learnings from that. And I'm sure you do have a lot of life lessons. And treat all of these as a blessing, as blessings in disguise. And, you know, I'm here. If you want to message me, I'm here if you want to talk. And congratulations that, you know, you're here, you're studying, even amidst all the challenges. So thank you for sharing. Thank you, dear. Thank you, Angie. And Rochelle, 5 years from now, okay, please share out loud. One, two, three. I'll read it. So 5 years from now, 5 years, year plural. Years from now, I see myself as a successful woman. Okay, not two, as a successful woman. Okay, And then, okay, I'm done. Andre, thank you for sharing. You're doing good. Russell, I see myself 5 years from now that Russell, do you want to share? That's my son. My son is sneezing. If you see a noise in the background. Russell, you want me to read? I'll read. Okay, so I see myself 5 years from now that I become a successful accountant and volleyball player. That's amazing. Like Lorene, right? Lorene Jean. Did I remember it correctly? Volleyball player. Yes, right? Yes, amazing. So you can play with each other. Schedule a rendezvous and play with each other. So 5 years from now, Tricia says, I see myself applying for flight attendant in airlines. Wow, we have several flight attendants here. Great. We'll offer tourism next year. So please, yes. Actually, even though you can enter naman tourism, even though you're any strand. So thank you again, Angie, Trisha, Russell, Bea. I see myself 5 years from now as a good chef and dancer. That's really good, cooking and dancing. After that, I will go in Korea to see my idols like twice because they inspired me to improve my skills in dancing. Wow, that's so good. Thank you for sharing. You like Joy Ann, right? Joy Ann also has Korean idols, if I remember correctly. So Bea and Joy Ann. Wow, amazing. Yes, very good. That's great. Thank you for sharing, Joy Ann. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful to hear, Bea. Last, Princess Ara, 5 years from now, I see myself becoming an accountant or as an accountant. Okay, not became is past tense. Having a successful business and living in South Korea with my what's that? Bias or babies? Maybe wrong spelling. Living in South Korea. Okay. Princess Ara, thank you for sharing, dear. Very good. We have so many accountants here and businessmen here and Korean fans here. So great. Time is so short. It's 2:37. So hold on. I want you to watch this. This is really good. But before watching it, can I ask a volunteer who wants to read? Who wants to read? Thank you, Princess. Lenny, please read. Thank you.
Using communication for motivation is important for various reasons, which include the following. A. It increases productivity. When a person is stimulated or excited about doing something, he or she will find it easier to do the task. B. It empowers individuals. When a person is motivated, he or she feels a sense of personal achievement, which contributes to his or her confidence in achieving goals. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Lenny. You're so beautiful. I like your voice. Thank you. So that's very well said. So I need not explain that, right? Oh, John Christopher, please read the next. Thank you. John Christopher Empilio, please.
Number 1.
There are many ways.
Sorry. There are many ways that you can motivate others. Some simple steps you can do to include the following. Walk the talk. You would not be able to effectively and easily motivate others if you are not motivated. Learn more about yourself and identify what motivates you. Then, find ways on how you can better motivate yourself.
Yes. Perfect. So, do you understand, guys? So, one way is to walk the talk. Walking the talk is learning more about yourself and identify what motivates you. Then find ways on how you can better motivate yourself before effectively and easily motivating others. All right, so we have limited time, but please later there. Please be there at 6 p.m. Yes, please be there, ha, guys. So I will leave you. We have activities pa. So I will break you out right now. Hold on. I think my internet is lagging. All right, I'm back. So I will leave you with a video, and then please be back later at 6, huh? 6. Yes, please. Can I get a yes? Yes, will you be there later? 6 p.m. special live class. Thank you. There, I'm getting yeses. I love getting yeses. It's the best answer. Yes. So, wow, daming S ni Jericho. So later, ha? So we have a lot more. Hold on. I'm thinking if I should end it now or no, I'll play the video and then yeah. Hold on. Thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate you joining live classes. I know it's hard, but it's the best way we will learn, and it's always good to connect, and this is the best way that you'll learn English. Okay, so I will leave you with this, and then I'll see you later at 6 p.m. I will play the video. All right. Please be there, huh? Please be there at 6. Thank you. Okay, I will play the video now. And please listen very well because hold on. But may lumalabas na. Hold on. Apologies. So I got disconnected. I'll see you later at 6 p.m. guys. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Trisha. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Hadassah. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jericho. Thank you, Aseline, Andre, Jude, Lauren, Jean, Seth, Gabriel, Princess Ara, Giselle, John Christopher, Rowanelyn, Joy Ann, Lenny, John Christopher, Lenny. All right. Thank you, Princess Ara. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, wonderful. And God bless you. God bless you. Did we have Jericho, Jack Christopher.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Tina. Raymond. Thank you.
2-3.
Bea, thank you. Bye. See you later. Thank you.
2-3.